I wanted to start today with this is difficult. Just acknowledging that. And if you wanted to even put your hand on your heart, just let yourself know this is difficult. This is a real threat in the present moment, not this present moment, meaning this 20 minutes, but in the present moment, meaning in our days and weeks ahead. And a lot of people have already got the virus, and some people have died from it. We might be starting to know people, or maybe that hasn't hit our community yet. But certainly, we're all very aware of the level of fear that's in the world right now. We can feel that in our body, and maybe we could just be kind of reassuring and kind to ourselves. I don't expect myself to do this perfectly. Perfectly meaning what exactly? No worry, no fear, calm mind, soft body. It's probably not going to happen all of the time for us. So, right now, we're in a period of time when we have a lot of fear and there is a bigger threat than usual. And we really don't know what's going to happen, how it's going to play out, except we pretty much know it's going to be difficult. People will be sick, some people will die, and it might be someone really close to us. Just let yourself accept that and feel it. What's the response to that in your body? Often there's resistance. I don't want to feel this. I don't want to acknowledge that. And there's also a relief that can come just from telling the truth. This is scary and I'm scared too. This is what it feels like in my body. And notice the energy, the sensations. I'm willing to be kind and compassionate with myself. If I notice I'm shaming myself, I'm willing to let that go and to come back to this reality. This is a really hard thing to be this afraid and to not know what's going on. It's difficult. And I expect that my system will respond to that, my nervous system, my primitive brain. And then luckily for us, we have awareness, we have tools, we know how to work with our system to settle and calm our nervous system. And we might be really new to this, we might be really experienced at this. So let's notice right now what might help. We could soften those shoulders. You could take a few breaths if that feels okay. And if it doesn't feel okay to focus on your breath right now, that's fine too. We could just focus on relaxing our body. There's a practice of 2 to 1 breathing, which is very helpful to down regulate nervous system. So we're going to do that in a little bit. And there's also some other practices that are really helpful when we're more activated than we'd like to be and we need to interrupt things. So let's do a little bit of box breathing. I'll count it out. It's inhale to 4, hold to 4, exhale 4, and then hold again. And this is not a practice we would want to do all the time. All the time, we would want to be doing a smooth, even diaphragmatic breath. But this is a practice that can really help when our mind starts to go offline and we start to get into panic or we get, I can't breathe, or we're really holding our breath. So we're going to do some of those right now over the next few minutes, and then we'll go into the extended exhaling breathing, which is so helpful. So first, notice your breath. Notice that you're situated in a certain way. You might be sitting up or lying down, sitting back against a chair. All of that is fine. Notice what's happening in the space that your body's occupying. And begin to notice the rhythm of your breath. Notice if your stomach could be a little bit softer, it might help with the breath. Notice that it feels a certain way as you breathe out, and then as you breathe in, it's a bit different. And then let yourself breathe out, and then breathe in to a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. And then let your breath move as it will. Take a big inhale. And let all the tension ease out of your body as you breathe out. And then open your eyes and look around the room. And if you could say it out loud without looking silly, say out loud 5 things that you can see. I see a plant, I see a window. 5 things that you can see. And then 4 things that you can feel. I feel the warmth of my hand on my heart. I feel the coolness of the desk. 4 things you can feel. And then 3 things that you can hear. I hear the sound of rain on the roof. 3 things you can hear. And then 2 of your favorite smells. I love the smell of the earth after a rain. What are your favorite smells? And then a favorite taste, or a taste that you have in your mouth right now. Then bring your attention back to your whole entire body. Notice everything that's going on in that space. Notice how your arms and legs are positioned. Notice your breath and the movement of your body with your breath. Let your body really settle. Relax into the support, the chair, the bed, the floor. And soften your belly. Let your breath just do what it wants for a bit. Just focusing on softening your belly as you breathe out. And bring your attention back out to your whole entire body. Notice your forehead and eyebrows. Focus all of your attention on your forehead for a moment. Let your eyebrows soften, corners of your eyes, deep muscles of your eyes. Notice that flow of air. It's a bit cooler as it comes into the nose, and then it's warmed by the body. It's a bit warmer on the way out. Notice your mouth and jaw, especially if you're clenching your teeth. Put a bit of space between your upper and lower jaw. Move your lower jaw around. And let your tongue settle on the floor of your mouth. so that your speech faculty could be at rest. Your mind, your thoughts and your mind rest as well. There's nothing that you need to say or do or plan for right now. Sometimes we subvocalize with our vocal cords. Even if it's just a thought in the mind, we might be moving the vocal cords a bit. So see if you could let that come to rest as well, so that you're aware of the whole of your face, of your throat. And notice what's going on in your thoughts. If there's a lot of intensity, a lot of fear or anxiety in your thoughts, you could notice that. Accept that that's natural during this time right now. And then as we practice, we're really wanting to move our attention away from our thoughts so that we could really focus in on the body, softening, breathing. So see if you could just keep bringing your attention back over and over and over into the body. Right now, we're working with relaxing the jaw, hinges of the jaw, mouth and tongue, the throat. And then bring your attention to the side of your neck, right side down through the shoulder, left side down through the shoulder. Notice the back of your neck, back of your shoulders into those large muscles of the upper back. And if you, like me, if you're bracing yourself against what might happen, see if you could really soften through your shoulders and your neck. Soften all of those large muscles that cover the rib cage at the back, the shoulder blades, in between the shoulder blades. Take a few deep breaths again and let your body really be supported, especially if you're supported through the whole back of your body. You could let go of any holding yourself up. And even if you're sitting upright, release your shoulders down, let them relax. We're actually not going to be safer if we have our shoulders up around our ears, even though that's a natural response in the body. And bring your attention down into your chest. Come around from the back to the front. And begin to notice where your body is moving as you breathe. If there's more movement up in the top part of your chest, then the remedy for that is just to soften your belly. But notice your lower ribs, your stomach area, navel center, lower belly. Let's focus our attention here now. So we're aware that our whole body is breathing. We have an awareness of the head and the feet, the toes, the shoulders and the arms, the front and the back of our body. And that in the center of this is this movement of our body with the breath. And our main job when we're working with the breath is to allow the breath to be effortless. And the way we do that is by softening the muscles. As you're exhaling, it's the lower belly that's often softening. Belly comes back towards the spine. And then as we inhale, as we keep the belly soft, there's no resistance to the breath. The breath can be deeper, more nourishing. And notice the rhythm of your breath. Ideally, our breath is smooth and it's even. There's about the same length of breath on the inhale as the exhale. It's continuous, so there's no big pauses or breaks in the breath. And it's diaphragmatic, which feels like as we breathe out, the belly softens and moves back to the spine. As we breathe in, it expands. And when we're afraid, we often hold our breath or we breathe up in the chest more. So, this is an opportunity to really soften through our body and let the breath deepen. And begin to notice how long it takes you to breathe in. And let your exhalation be at least that length or maybe more. If you're not familiar with this, work with an even breath first so that you get about the same length on the inhale as the exhale. And I know many of you have been doing this practice for a long time, and it just kind of automatically goes into that extended exhalation. We give our body more of a chance to relax. So we keep our attention focused by focusing on the breath, the length of the breath, the ease of the breath. And keep a bit of a mental count, breathing in, 2, 3, breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, breathing in. But whatever you can do with ease, it doesn't have to be a certain number. And every time you breathe out, feel your whole body relax head to toes. Smooth, even, effortless flow of breath. Keep your attention really focused. And if you find that you're distracted by thoughts or something, then notice your whole body again. Soften anything that tightened up and refocus again with kindness, with patience. This is what our mind does when we're stressed, when we're afraid. And we're giving ourselves this opportunity to rest, to let our body soften. And as you're doing that and maybe experiencing a bit of relief from the tightness in the body, letting the mind settle, notice if there could be a feeling of self compassion, kindness, just to offer yourself your own kind attention, to really appreciate and enjoy whatever stillness is here now, whatever brief moments of rest are here. Keep your mind focused and steady. Let your breath be soft. And with every longer exhalation, let your body settle even more. Let that tightness go out of your shoulders. Let your jaw soften and relax. Let your body breathe. Before we finish, set your intention to come back to whatever softening that's here now. Let your breath come back to a normal rhythm. 4 seconds with each. You could look around the room, name 5 things, do that practice. You could take a moment to relax your shoulders, let your breath be soft. Remind yourself that you could do some box breathing. It's natural and normal to have this heightened sense of fear. We also know a lot of ways that we can calm and settle our nervous system. And as soon as we remember them, then we could do that. And then when you're ready, open your eyes.